go, look, we've got a U4 error on these units. So I'm doing a first maintenance today. We've got 3 under ceiling units in this server room, size 125s, and they've all been flashing U4 foldings intermittently. So we're going to go take a look at that today. These are our 3 units, pretty big for the size of the server room. They're all running at the same time, and I'm 100% sure I know what the fault is on this. So if you didn't know, here in the UK at least, I don't know if it's Europe as well, there's a particular batch of units that had a faulty outdoor main PCB. So one of the capacitors is faulty, doesn't hold its charge, and then that causes this U4 comms issue. So I've rang up the warranty and I've confirmed it's definitely that issue, and they're now sending me out 3 main PCBs. So I'm going to have to come back and get them changed.
Oh, sorry guys, I can't do too much talking in that server room, to be fair, but yeah, like I was saying, so we've got some U4 errors, and I knew, well, I had an inkling of what that was going to be. If you didn't know, on some of Daikin's Sky Air range, I think it's 10 kilowatt and above. Some of the systems that were installed within a certain year, there's a fault that's been acknowledged by Daikin, and that's a fault on the main outdoor PCB. Now, I think one of the capacitors is faulting, not holding its charge. I think that's part of the comm circuit, so every time that loses its charge, the system then goes into a comms error, pops up this U4. A lot of the time you can just reset that, the system will fire back up for again another short period, and then it'll just keep dropping out on a U4. So to be fair, I rang Daikin warranty, give them the model and serial number of that outdoor unit. They confirmed it. They're really good, to be fair. They're going to get 3 new boards sent out on a next day delivery. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to get them fitted. I know it's been talked about before. I know a lot of other engineers who've done tons of these PCB swaps, but that's the first one that I've come across with this fault. So I think what I'll do, yeah, the next clip you'll see now, we'll just we'll go back. Hopefully I'll have these boards and we'll go and get them fitted. Alright then, I'm back. I've got the boards and our units are out here. So that's our 3 units just there. So we're going to go get a harness on, clip onto the man-safe for the rest system, and then try and get these boards changed. Right then, I know I've showed you these a million times before, but I think I've got 3 of these now, and this one I like to keep empty because you can carry your material. So just put 1 board in there for now because it's starting to rain. Some hand tools, an iPad lock off kit, bits and bobs. Forgot to put a pouch in there. Usually I'll just put a pouch in there for the hand tools, but they're just shoved in there for the minute. And then if you're doing something like this, you can shut the lid and you can use that as a seat and you can sit on it. So win-win for me, these pack outs. So I'm going to wheel this through here, and then I'll get set up and then we'll have a look. Like that. It's locked off, power's off, so we'll I'm going to do one at a time. I'll whip this cover off and then see what it's all about. I've never actually changed the main PCB on one of these twin fan splits. I'm doing it on the VRVs, but not on one of these, so it is a first for me. I've got the iPad. It's supposedly downloading the service manual. You'll always find a step-by-step guide in there, so what I'll probably do one, just not to show myself up, and then perhaps on the next one we'll go through it together. We'll see what it's all about. I'm gonna switch it on. Hope that one fires up, and then move on to this one, and then we'll go through this one together. It takes, I don't know, it takes a fair amount of time, but it's not that bad, to be fair. It's just a case of unplugging everything, stripping that board off, and then there's a little noise filter board on the back of that. I'll switch this on, we'll have a look at this one together. That one appears to have fired up, thank the Lord. So we'll have a look at this one. First thing you want to be doing, obviously around there's more rotary isolate, just lock off your power and then just check you got no power. And then what I'll do, let me just get the iPad out and we'll just go through what the manual says. So let's have a look. So I've got a 3-phase unit, so there'll be a section there, look, 3-phase. Flip over the protection sheet. Obviously that's that. Flip that over. And then it says, remove the power and remote control wiring from the terminal block. Cut the tie wraps. Unplug all connectors from the main PCB. So you got to disconnect all that. Pull off all your plugs, cut off all your tie wraps that are everywhere. Usually what I'll do, I'm lucky I've got sort of 3 units, so I couldn't check another one anyway, but just take a picture, all 4 corners of the board. If you're unsure, then you can just check back. The only thing on this one that I think is the same, so the 2 fan motors there and there, I think it's the fan motors. One's red. It's got a little red mark on that one, and that one's white, but they will go in the same thing, so just make sure you get them the right way around. Got all these plugs off, cut all the cable ties I can see. So next on the list it says remove the 4-way valve coil from the 4-way valve, remove the wiring from the cable clamp. I don't think you need to do that, so if you look down there, there's the 4-way valve, and then that yellow plug there, you can just feed that back through. You haven't got to remove it, so we'll get that pulled back through there. One hand, there we go. So just leave that back there. Remove the 2 screws that fix the heatsink with a ring spanner, wrench or socket. So if you haven't seen these before, pinches some liquid from the fridge circuit, runs it round the heatsink, a bit of free cooling for this board. So I'm going to take these off, and then you can just pull this forward slightly. When you've got everything undone, you can like lift the board over that. So I'll get these 2 screws undone next. Right then. There you go, if you haven't seen these before. That's the pipe that runs around that heatsink, so there is a bit of movement. Obviously be careful because that is live, it's full of refrigerant, but there's enough just to move it forward, and then the board will lift out around the back of that. Of course, it's started to rain. I'm trying to beat the weather, but what I'll do, I think I'm going to take this one off, and then we'll go inside and we'll swap it over onto the other plate inside. Sink cover off. It says remove the screws that fix the main PCB support to the Daikin unit. Some screws are not visible. Lift and turn the lid to the left. So that's going to be that screw there, that one there, and I think it's just them 2 there on this one. So we'll get them undone and see if we can lift it off. There is a screw there as well, so you can unscrew that and just move that service port out of the way. Then probably just pull all these cables back out of there, and then if you move that forward, I don't know if you guys can see, there's another load of cables, look, clipped in there, so just pull all them out the brackets as well. And then once you've pulled everything out of the way and out the clips, you can pull that board up and lift it over. So I've just lifted it off, but for some reason on this one, maybe you can see, look at that plug, it's like all dangled around this earth. So I'm just going to have to flip this back around, just disconnect that earth from the other side just so I can get that plug out. Old board out, so that's the old board. You haven't seen, on the back, look, you got like a little noise filter board on the back of there. So when you get a new board, just get it out. I'll send it you on this frame. Obviously there's no noise filter on the back of there, so I found it easier just to swap that board there, just pull it off the frame, just pull it back on there, so it's moving all the PCB and all them clips and brackets and the terminal block and everything. So yeah, what I'm going to do, unclip this, just put them little plastic clips there, put this new one on that old frame, so we'll quickly do that. Alright then, that's it. We've got everything plugged back in there. So it then just says proceed in reverse order. So we're going to slot that back in place. You see there, look, some heatsink paste. We've got some new heatsink, so we'll clean that up there, put some new heatsink on. And on there as well. So yeah, I'm going to get this one shoved back in and get everything plugged back in. So just refer back to your photos, or do just, if you're unsure, just keep having to check that, make sure you got no loose cables dangling around, but it's all pretty straightforward. So let's get this one shoved back in. Right, that one's done. I've got heatsink everywhere because I forgot to bring my wipes up. Get a cover back on that one, switch it on. What I'll do that one and then probably go down to the control and we'll see what's happening. Obviously we'll give all these a test just to make sure they're all working. So I'm going to put the cover on this one. You can quickly watch me do this one and then we'll go back inside and see if they fire up. That one's all done, but I'll come back to this one because I just had a funny feeling, and lo and behold, look, there's two plugs there, which I'm guessing they're down here, that I forgot to plug back in, so that is why you should always triple check. So I'm going to put that back in now. That's all done, they're up and running. I'm going to go inside, make sure they're alright. Nice views up here. Alright then, anyway, let's lock this door and we'll go inside. Right, we've got these in test. What we'll do, we'll just check some of the thermistor readings. Starting to feel a lot colder in here though, to be fair. Yeah, let's have a look at the controller, we'll just see what's happening. I'm hoping these are going to start settling down. So, yeah, I think we're just going to have to wait a little bit
to get these readings settling down a little bit, but they're all fired up. They're definitely all cooling. It's feeling a lot better in here, so just wait for some of these figures to creep up a little bit. But I'm happy at least they've come back on. Didn't have to do anything other than just change the board and switch the isolator back on, and they're just fired straight up. There you go, it's starting to settle down a bit now. Just going to stay with it, make sure they all look good. But yeah, you'll see, look, they're starting to settle down, look a lot better. I'm pleased with that. At least he's got the cooling back on in his server room. So one last thing before I go. Oh, how satisfying is this? Lovely. That's it, all done. They're up and running. I'm going to do this gear put away and get this harness off. But as always, massive thank you for watching. If you like the video, smash the like button. I think I've hit 6,000 subscribers, so stay tuned because I'm going to do a giveaway, just a YouTube specific giveaway. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's going to come up soon. And yeah, sorry again it took so long. I just yeah, wasn't able to get any videos for a while, but hopefully I can get back on it. So massive thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.